So always visual first. Think of, if you don't have a visual, it will make no sense if you write to it.
Actually,
Yeah. So
otherwise then you're finding a visual.
yeah, and always.
And we're live.
Joss the boss.
Move over Universal Boss. We now have Joss the Boss.
So at least the good thing with this is that no late nights for us. We keep complaining about overrates and go so slow.
Normally we are starting our shows at like 11:15, 20 types. Today it's only 11.
Later, 11:30.
Yeah.
Those last over thrillers.
Half an hour early, all thanks to Joss the Boss. But Rajasthan have done it even though the stars were conspiring and ensuring that RCB will win.
My God.
We did all our calculations, permutation, combinations of what DRS going RCB's way, drop catches going
Former
RCB's
players.
way, former players saying that Karan Sharma part of their squad.
Eliminator jinx broken.
Everything we look.
RCB's this thing is so strong. They broke the Karan Sharma streak. 4 straight IPLs and the poor guy is now.
Yeah.
Well, they broke the eliminator streak, but they couldn't break the qualifier 2 streak. 2015, they had reached qualifier 2
and lost.
They lost to Chennai Super Kings. Low scoring game again, Ranchi. And it's happened 7 years later. And there she is.
And we're only waiting for Rahul sir. I'm assuming he'll be done.
We should have him here first.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Been on for 5-7 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the match finished much quicker also.
I took my time coming down because I thought that up to half.
He's not Karan, no, he's Karan.
Karan, yes, K-A-R-N. Yeah.
Karan Sharma.
Karan Sharma.
Karan Sharma, yes. So when Rahul comes at that time, a surprise is waiting for him.
So
The Bihu dance.
he who dance and
you see
he
it
also
online?
has to do Nagin dance.
He has to do the Nagin, I have to do the
He
Bihu.
does
Let's
Nagin
call
dance.
the what do you call dhol guys from
He won't do
Tuck.
it.
Make
You
them.
can convince him.
A few performances lined up. Maybe we'll convince him, don't worry about it.
You convince
Yeah,
him then.
the dhol doesn't go well with the Bihu.
You'll go well with the Nagin.
Yeah, I can go well with the Nagin.
Because I've been to enough weddings where you have uncles doing the Nagin dance to dhols. So
I don't want to get reminded of that though. But yes, Joss the boss, 4
So at
centuries in
least I
IPL.
made one right prediction, didn't I? Joss Buttler.
yeah.
I did, yeah.
Two.
Two predictions.
Who did you pick for bowler again? I think that's the only one you got.
Bowler I didn't.
She
Did
didn't
I?
pick him.
She didn't pick a bowler.
No.
No, you went
just-
with Yuzi Chair.
Oh yeah,
You said
I did.
whatever.
So
I did,
Yuzi
yeah.
was the only one,
Yeah,
but my God, otherwise.
But again, team she changed.
No, I didn't. No.
You chose RR only.
I chose RCB. only.
RCB, yeah.
Again.
So there we
Yeah.
got it wrong. Yep.
So, Joss the Boss is on 806, I beg your
No,
pardon.
no. I think it's updated now.
yeah, that's not quite.
818. So, Joss the Boss is on 818 runs this season in 16 matches. Now that his team has won, he gets another shot at Cherry, which means.
There he is.
Well done, yeah, Royals.
In appreciation for Rahul's
The magic
team
of-
winning, I present to you.
Please. Abhi, let people.
Where is it?
Let some people join us.
Let some people join.
Let
Okay.
everybody enjoy that performance.
Yep, indeed. So, oh man, 14 years later.
14 years later. Oh, you can say 15 years later.
15 years later, yes.
Okay. So, can Joss the Boss, firstly, can Joss the Boss break Kohli's record? How much does he need?
See, he's on 824. That's
Not
6
even
he hit in the
880.
last ball.
824.
So he is 149 runs behind Virat Kohli.
It's actually doable. It is actually doable.
You need a Chris Gale like inning?
Yes.
Or you need a Joss Buttler like innings.
Yes.
Yeah.
As I said, who needs the universe boss? We have Joss the boss.
Oh, Rajasthan? Has
Inside calls.
call from the
From the
Call
team
from Mr.
itself.
Sangha.
from the team.
Yep.
Sangakara has called you.
Yep.
Ricky Patel, drum guys we don't have. Yeah.
Nah.
Only he's saying call them from Sports Tuck, no?
No.
I mean,
We thought of getting a DJ like thing here. You know.
Yes, we
So
should.
I don't want to, you want
For
to.
At
finals.
least for finals, yeah.
Finals.
Yeah, I don't know. I was asking these guys get an electric guitar. Yeah. That would be
That'd be
good.
nice actually.
Yeah.
I could do that. I could get a friend of mine to come. Set up his nice one, and for that you don't need too much tamjam, right?
Yeah, just one
speaker
speaker
and one guitar.
and this thing, and you're good. Yeah, those
Does
wires.
have a
and,
party here.
one or two famous tunes before
Why not?
every lead in, lead out.
Absolutely.
Can be done.
Yeah, yeah.
Can be done. Sarthak Sehgal is channeling his inner Stone Cold Steve Austin, isn't it?
He's saying who wants them, and that's one thing.
Which is what?
So he's
Just
the,
Explain, I don't understand these
yeah.
WWE references.
Okay. So Sarthak Sehgal says, who all want Rajasthan to do it for? One. Give me a hell
A
yeah.
lot of people.
yeah, and that's something we didn't actually talk about. We're talking about the stars conspiring for RCB. RR throughout the season has been saying we'll do it for one,
The first
Yes.
royal.
No, I agree.
and they've
Because
reached.
even though on the final day I'll be wearing the Gujarat Titans jersey with my name on it, I will. If there's one person that I would want for him, RR should win. That's Shane Warne. For the
Yeah.
late great Shane
Yeah.
Warne, passed away at a very young age.
Gone too soon, really.
Very
Really gone
and
too
what a
soon,
legend!
yes.
The guy who took them to their first title.
Shane
I said
Warne.
on the final day, like you, I will be wearing the Gujarat Titans jersey. But if there is one reason that I would want Rajasthan to win, that would be for Shane Warne. One reason.
What?
Otherwise, I'm supporting Gujarat Titans.
Either support Gujarat or support Rajasthan.
No, I'm saying, see, I will be supporting Gujarat. But in case if RR win, then I'll be happy for Shane Warne.
I just want Siddharth to support Gujarat.
I'm supporting RR that day.
Bus.
Acha, as promised, will you give us the Bihu?
Achha, we've got all the.
Okay, a little later. But
I have not gone anywhere. I'm here right in front of you, and we'll all celebrate it together.
Yes, of course, of course.
You have to do the Nagin dance.
Nagin dance.
I don't know. I told you, no, I don't know.
Nagin
Alright,
dance is
we
not
just
some-
have
What is
to
it?
act like a
Unless you
Nagin
find me on a-
It's not some choreographed, jazz.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
At Manhattan.
Just see how the Sri Lankans did it when they.
not Sri Lankans, the
The
Bangladesh.
Bangladeshis, but the Sri Lankans told them, no?
Right. Yeah.
In Colombo, so that's the.
Anyways, can we have the Bihu dance?
no, Bihu is saying when there is a bigger audience.
Bigger audience.
Okay.
What does the goat says?
Goat is apparently coming after our goat.
He is good.
Get stats right firstly. 72 not out World Cup 2014.
But I did
semi-final.
say that.
77 World Cup 2014 final, 89 not out.
I did say that.
World Cup 2016 semi-final, 96 not out. Did you bring that about?
World Cup 2016, that's 89 not out.
96.
96 CT semi-final, he
Semi-final, right.
I talked about the final.
Yeah.
Not, I didn't mention
No,
the
but then
semi-final.
that's semi-final is crucial game. You said for big encounters, crucial encounters, you said that.
But still,
What is this?
He had said that Kohli doesn't perform well in ICC knockouts. We're getting disproved.
finals, I am right in that.
See, there was one tournament once, this one, the 2016 T20 World Cup. Single-handedly, that man took you to the semi-final.
89, I mentioned that.
He says after that time.
The finalists.
2019, he didn't perform in the semi-final against New Zealand, got out for one. Trent Bolt trapped him LBW.
Shock horror.
2017 final, out for one, Mohammad Amir.
Again, shock horror.
How many times have RCB they've managed to make it to the finals?
Thrice.
This is the third time.
No,
And-
final.
No, finals.
Final
so they've
3
not
times.
reached- Dude, how have they not reached finals this time?
Oh, sorry.
Ah.
No, but still, somebody dead short is saying
Not drunk enough in RR success.
brainless captaincy
Please answer
by
what
should have been.
dead short
Super
is
chats are important.
brainless captaincy by Faf du Plessis didn't help giving Siraj another over in the power play. Only one over for Maxwell and also giving one over to Shahbaz in the power play.
Actually, he's right.
Siraj, yes,
Yeah.
I'll agree with you.
And also, I mean, it starts with. I know you would have played him on a big game, but clearly he's not had a great IPL. Siddharth Kaul or someone. In hindsight, we are saying it.
Hindsight.
Yeah, I agree.
But the problem is Siraj has been a regular pick in the entire season,
he's had a
and
terrible-
he's been playing exactly like this.
For I don't
For the
know,
entire season.
For how
And
many
Maxi
years?
also, yeah.
Or maybe last year.
We
was
kept
better.
talking that they'll give so many more overs to Maxi.
Hey, they didn't bring him on until so much later.
I thought they should have. They
And
might.
if you wanted a spinner in the power play, why Maxwell instead of Maxwell he balls there. You're giving it to
The
Shahbaz.
same mistake as Team Blue made yesterday. The spinner came on much later.
I have a nice easy joke here. It's easy pickings, low hanging fruit, whatever you want to call it. Faf proved that he was indeed a former South African captain.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Choked.
Badly.
I had to get choked.
Thank God you're here.
Someday the South African choke was coming.
Yeah, but one thing is for sure. Josh Buttler, without doubt, is the best batsman in the world in this format, at least.
Period.
Not even up for debate at this point. Never mind.
It's, I mean,
Cleanest
hitting,
Josh
indeed.
the boss, cleanest hitting, you can see. And actually,
what about our analysis? He's lost a bit of form and not scoring.
But
no.
You know what's the difference actually between RR and RCB today? They're big game players. One of them stepped up, and that was enough to win them the match. Joss. With RCB, none of their big game players stepped up. I am being generous calling them big games.
Especially the big boys.
The senior boys.
Yes.
Saransh is calling must be very important. Na? Something in the middle of the show is
Must
calling.
On his off day, no less.
After a 5-wicket haul.
Maybe he is injured. I may not.
Side straight.
No, he cannot be injured.
No, but you can.
He cannot be injured. I tell you why. No. He cannot be injured.
How hurt RCB's fans are.
Yeah.
Even
Fafadu in Ahmedabad couldn't.
RCB's.
I like Kushal Khurana's comment. I am not even going to rant anymore. This is my life and I have accepted my life. Agle saal cup naam Perfect.
No, there are two very prominent RCB family members missing. One is Abhi Adhikari and another is Shinchan.
The poor guys must be.
Poor guys are hiding low now because unfortunately, when abuse comes easily, but when it's their turn to face the music, they hide. So it's okay. It's life. I understand, sympathize with RCB supporters.
Mid-innings we were discussing what kind of innings or approach would Josh Buttler have coming into this game. Yashasvi Jaiswal might just go for his shots. Butler might just hang around a bit and later he can just play the aggressor. But here, right from the start, or maybe after 5-10 deliveries at most, he just teed off.
Yeah.
And you're talking about approaches. I know beating a dead horse at this point. Because you know what comment I'm going to take.
He is enjoying cursing the Royal Challengers back.
No.
Although he's been.
I'm talking about that comment.
He was a supporter.
No. I only backed them. I'm a KKR fan.
Yeah.
What does it
He
mean?
backstabbed them.
What backstab? They got knocked out. मैं क्या करूँ?
He's a KKR man.
Yeah, I've even taken the punishment quite literally on this show.
He said they'll qualify. When they did, he did 50 push-ups.
I stick to that. Yes, 50 push-ups right here.
In 2 installments.
Proper 25 sets, 25 rep is it's good.
Our man did 30 when CSK got out. 10 installments.
Proper 50 push-ups, not like our Dr. Salunke.
No way. For the first time I ever did a push-up.
And we're talking about enjoying. Actually, can we remove the super chat? Just screenshot that.
You're very happy that RCB is lost. You look so happy at least.
Ankit Kumar saying that KL Rahul, who in 58 balls hit 80.
Total hater.
Then you have a Josh Buttler in 60 balls hit 100. That's the difference.
While chasing.
Yes.
What?
They're talking about beating dead horses. He's compared KL Rahul's approach to Josh Butler's approach.
They're different batsmen, yeah.
Could be.
So basically, he's saying that Josh Buttler
Well,
is a
next time, start comparing Virat Kohli with Chris Gale. Will you do it? Did you compare Virat Kohli to Chris Gale? No, different batsmen.
Yeah, but KL can hit.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Different styles. Arey Baba, I'm saying different kinds of batsmen. You will not say that, look at Virat got these many runs in these many balls. You wouldn't say that. Nah? But look at Chris Gale, he has got this.
No, but in his pomp, Virat would usually get, quite a good score.
But that's why KL Rahul is not Virat Kohli. Nah? I'm giving an example of comparison.
So we should accept that fact. That's what I'm saying.
Who has said
Not
that KL Rahul is Virat Kohli?
No.
Tell me. Who has compared KL Rahul?
But we often say that, at least.
Who says that? I've never compared.
We often say that KL Rahul perhaps is the best batsman that India has at the moment, especially in this format.
But at this time, yes. But that doesn't mean he's greater than Virat Kohli, na? Virat is.
There is no comparison. See, not
at
just
this
KL
point
Rahul,
in time, yes.
Nobody is comparable to Virat Kohli.
That's what I'm saying. I was comparing two different batsmen when someone is talking about Josh Butler's style of play.
What he's saying, just comparing the approach. Just comparing the approach.
Exactly.
How much?
Can you compare MS Dhoni's approach as a finisher with David Miller or someone who's
But then these are two openers.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm also counting
What
a
was the
finisher.
score that they were chasing?
MS Dhoni with someone like
Chris Gayle, sir.
no, not. I'm saying a finisher
Okay.
like AB de Villiers, who would be at 200 strike rate or whatever. But MS will never be there. MS will finish games at 140 strike rate. But that doesn't mean MS is not good at his role. And opener also different kinds
No,
of.
that's fine. That's fine. See, they were chasing 208.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay. Let
here
me
they
tell
were
you about
chasing
KL.
100.
I'm saying how many runs did they lose by? 13 runs, 13, 14 runs.
14 runs.
Yeah, so I'm saying, what is that? That's two good hits. That thing that you that scoop would have gone for a 4. You needed 2 more
That
hits.
was exactly the reason why.
Baba, but I'm saying you did not lose because of his strike rate. I'm saying even at that strike rate, you were 2 hits away from
They lost that game by only 14 runs because Deepak Hooda, towards the end of his innings, got a few hits.
But someone will, na.
Also-
Okay, then let's say that day David Miller didn't hit the sixes. Would you have blamed Hardik Pandya?
No.
Then
But
someone
if
has to come good. So like that way, Deepak Hooda got a thing. I'm saying if KL Rahul hadn't got, I don't
I
think the strike
beg
rate was a
to
problem. If KL Rahul was not out at that time, you would have won the game. 2 hits is what you
If
needed. Nobody came down and
You
hit
don't
that.
get too many chances. You don't get a second chance in cricket or in any sport. If you're dismissed, you're dismissed. You didn't get a second chance, na? Irrespective whether
they
you
were cheating.
got out on a bhatta or a delivery.
That was cheating. Blatant cheating.
All I'll say is I didn't start this fire, to quote an very popular song.
Yogendra Singh is saying, but why did Sanju Samson throw his wicket away?
I was disappointed when he
Yeah.
did that. I
And
wanted
that
him to
too,
finish.
Hasaranga.
He got
Sixth
overconfident.
Yeah.
Sixth time.
You know, the next season that both these players they face off once again. You know, if we people are sitting here together.
Is there something we don't know?
No, I'm saying. So we might be
But
discussing the very
maybe
same
after
thing.
this some
Six.
big star channel comes and says Shane, we
Shane,
want
please.
you. Then
Siddharth.
You know what this reminds me of?
Then me and Rahul and Aditi, if Aditi also
Aditi,
doesn't go,
maybe.
me and Rahul will be sitting here.
Yeah, you know what
Some
this reminds me
international
of?
channel.
Yeah.
You know what this reminds me of? Yesterday when I was batting, and I'm batting second or third ball, and you have Gagan sir who's bowling to me. He's saying he wants.
Gagan sir who's bowling as if Hasaranga was bowling.
Socho though. Third ball, he's bowling to me, and he's me, by the way, number 10 batsman. He's like, "No, piche laga do na. What if he sweeps?" Everyone burst out laughing, me included. I'm like, yeah, so you have more faith in me than I have in me. Okay, I'll try a sweep shot.
I think the same thing was they also had
So
somebody.
you know what he's trying to say now?
Uh-huh.
That we have more faith in him going to
Some international
some
channel.
Brazilian.
You were
Hey,
compared to
hey.
2 batsmen yesterday.
Was it?
Shane Watson and Sarfaraz Khan.
Oh my
Okay, see,
God.
Sarfaraz Khan, I get where the comparison comes from. Shane Watson, my God, Shane Watson.
Your stance,
Okay.
the way how you played that.
Interesting.
Acha, show your, Vansh Jain is saying, at least show your excitement. Your team has reached the final of the IPL, yaar.
We are what excitement? See, you get excited when something unexpected happens,
Oh.
right?
Really?
I knew
Oh,
that
oh
Rajasthan
my
Royals
really?
will make it to the.
How
ask
about
these-
defending the team when
see.
the match had just started?
This is what.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
why we are paid here to sit and make our predictions.
Paid journalist.
Great journey.
Yeah.
You're a paid journalist.
Everybody is a
To be
paid.
fair, everyone is
Exactly.
We don't do work for
working
free.
for-
You can.
यार हम सब paid है.
See, the last man standing is Rahul Dravid, by the way. I'll tell you why.
How?
I'll
Why?
tell you why. We all made predictions that the top 4 would be Falana, Dhimkana, and Dhimkana.
All of us got 2 out of 4, barring Siddharth, who got
Who got
only
one
1
out of
One out of
1 out of 4. Okay.
Failed in his
Now,
exam.
no, but none of us picked Gujarat Titans
Yes.
to
Yeah.
make it to the playoffs.
Yes.
I said Rajasthan Royals, but that's the only team that is still remaining in the competition.
But that is pick for top 4, not finals.
Rajasthan Royals.
Top 4, you picked 4, you got only 2 right. I
And
picked 4, I got 2 right. He picked 4, he got 2 right. He is the only one who got only 1 right.
One right.
He failed.
But he has
we got
got-
50% marks.
See,
Pass.
today I will have
So
to
what are you
thank
picking
Siddharth.
for the next match?
Go the opposite.
You are going to say something complimentary अभी बोलो. Then I'll tell what is my prediction for the match.
Say something nice.
Say something nice.
Siddharth, you might get a good bribe
Okay.
if you pick.
Gujarat Titans. I'll tell that on finals.
Let's keep that.
Let the secret be there.
जो कनाडा तो
Canada
डॉलर
dollar.
Canada to dollar आए. Mirage rules.
Mirage rules. Congratulations, Rahul. I got it bang wrong.
I give him credit for at least admitting that.
Yeah.
But great to see two teams who have played fearless T20 throughout are in the finals.
But also sensible cricket in many ways. I mean,
Yes.
Gujarat have been a very sensible team when they've attacked when they've absolutely needed to attack, not just bang bang.
And you know
AKA the McCullum
the
template.
good thing about both these teams was that both these teams had their limitations. They realized that they have limitations and they tried to overcome and not get into that problem where people can expose their limitations. Many times, majority of the times rather.
True.
Yeah, so this final now, if I have to look at it, two people have got a point to prove. One is Hardik Pandya. He's never lost in a final that he's been in.
Arey Karan Sharma also.
I'll just second.
Abhi tak Karan
No,
Sharma,
but Karan Sharma was he didn't make that up.
No, I'm not blaming him.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Siddharth was the instigator. But everybody was talking about Karan Sharma.
Second, Sanju.
Go down.
Sanju Samson.
Maybe they
Down,
got,
down. No.
maybe they got Karan Sharma on field today.
हाँ बस keep it.
Sanju
Finish your
Samson.
chat. I'm just telling you.
I'm talking about Sanju Samson, snubbed by the BCCI for the South Africa series. What if he goes on to win the IPL? I mean, captaincy credentials, will they consider him for England?
He's not even a regular in the team.
How?
As a backup.
Nah, not a chance.
Backup for whom they? You know how many
They
backups?
don't need a captain. They don't need a backup captain.
If Rishabh
And there also
fails,
they have 3-4.
You have 3-4 alternatives.
If Rishabh fails.
You have Bumrah. You have.
No, after
KL,
Rishabh, you've already got 2-3
DK.
options. There is KL Rahul.
There is DK.
There is DK.
today DK had a horror game though. by the way.
Yes.
No, but ठीक है.
And you are also persisting with Ishan Kishan.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not,
And-
that's another debate.
But you have 3 wicket keepers there. I don't think that.
Let's see. Now,
But how
DK.
these cricketers must hate us for,
No,
commenting
no,
on
no,
their
no, no, no.
performance.
Their
They
fans
love
do.
us.
Their fans do.
You want? Yeah. किसी को करे
I think we've been branded every single type of hater possible.
We have a tippany on
Fake
everyone's
CSKN.
performance.
That's what we paid to do.
Exactly.
And so do our family members. They have one tippany about
Fake
everyone.
CSKN,
And we
Dhoni
share-
hater, Kohli hater, RCB
No, I'm
hater.
not a hater. Don't
You are an RCB hater.
You've been tagged that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you are.
You have been tagged an RCB hater.
Right.
No, but you were
Yeah,
supporting
you are.
RCB earlier.
How is it?
In
My
fact,
family
I mean,
members
there were
don't
no
think
2
so.
seasons ago, 2 seasons or something I'd picked. By the way, just to let you know, none of you picked RCB as the top 4 team. I was the only one.
True.
Yeah.
I cannot be the RCB hater if I pick them to qualify in the top 4. So,
But
League.
somehow-
That's just good analysis. It could be, I mean.
yeah, but
I don't think.
But you like them too? Are you saying that? Okay.
I don't have a favorite IPL team and I don't hate any. I only support one team, which is the Indian cricket.
I think he's one of
Indian cricket.
He is one of
This is
India.
IPL teams.
India.
But on the finals day, I'm supporting Gujarat for a few reasons. One, they're IPL debutants, new team, so they need support. They
I
don't
think
have a-
that's a more collected team, They have their, values right.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
they know what are their strengths, what are their,
Weaknesses.
weaknesses.
अरे बीहू तो दिखा दो यार.
Come on, yeah.
Ah, yes,
people,
yes,
come
yes,
on.
yes.
Messaging now.
For Rian, just let Rian also know, na?
Exactly.
So that-
We
and then he
also
can,
have
he
Riyan
can
Parag
see it.
fans.
Come on, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Bihu dance.
चलो.
so in appreciation for
Arey,
Rahul coming into.
Wait, just give him some time.
No.
Yeah. Don't
Arey,
worry. Go for it.
Facing the camera.
Yeah.
There,
That's
that
the
is
camera.
your-
That's
This is the camera, no? Yeah. So I can't be here. I'll have to be here, no?
You have to look there.
Look there.
Yeah,
just look
I have
there.
to
Then
look.
you're sorted.
Bihu dance coming up for
So Rahul's team has won.
By the way, before you do it,
Yeah.
one thing. If Rajasthan has won, it should have been some Rajasthani folk song or something. But why is it?
We're doing it for Riyan Parag.
But explain it.
Okay, so Rajasthan Royals have won, but there is one character in that team who has really stolen the show, and that is Riyan Parag. And Apna Parag has really done.
Hamara Parag, not
Hamara Parag. Hamara Parag has done well with his Bihu dance.
स्वागत तो हम पराग से ही करेंगे.
Parag se hi karenge. So,
Go for it.
in appreciation for that, here
Three.
comes the Bihu dance.
And
And in this way. in that way.
And both hands.
Both hands on also. And
That is the real
yes, do it chicken style.
Tambram.
A Tambram Indian going for it.
Well done, yeah. Great sporting spirit.
Thank you.
Now it's time for Nagin dance.
भाई मेरे को कुछ नहीं आता.
अरे थोड़ा सा कर.
और do रंगीरो मारो ढोल ना.
Don't dance at all. Trust
अरे
me.
just move a little.
अरे
Now we know that some snake is dancing.
I don't dance
dance.
at all. Trust me.
Alti, she's a sporting girl. We went to SportsTech studio. They were doing a dole. She went to just see. They called her come.
And she was dancing there
We don't even have.
I know, actually that day happened with us also.
You also did the jig.
No, we didn't did sing, but we heard the dole sound. We were like, we'll go check. We opened the door. Arey, haan, aajao. Okay, fine. Now we have to go there and shake our leg.
And I got a comment also, slow motion bhangra.
Yes. He used it slow motion bhangra.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
So Reacted Shetty wants to know, you guys gonna wear shirts with suits for the finals? Yeah, we can.
We could. Why not?
I too, you know. what I'm gonna wear.
He'll wear a blazer with the RR jersey inside.
But that day TV shows I will be wearing shirt and suit, but I will carry the Gujarat Titans jersey. After the show is done, then I'll wear.
Yep.
Yeah. Rahul Rana says the two best teams in the tournament, the two most deserving teams have reached the final. Both these teams have played the best cricket of all teams. This final will be the clash of the beasts. Couldn't agree more. Let's spend some time, by the way, talking about Virat Kohli. He looked a bit dejected at the end, but he should have also stepped up and got some runs on a crucial day, but did not. So one thing also goes out of the window. People said that Virat the captain, that's why RCB couldn't win.
Well,
Now they've changed the captain.
Yes.
The fate is the same. So you can't blame Virat the captain. That's first start. But Virat the batsman, how would he
season.
remember this IPL?
I think it's a bad season for him in a lot of ways. One, the way how he's gotten out, and more importantly, he's had firsts. Golden Ducks. He's had 3 Golden Ducks. He's himself admitted. I am now experiencing things for the first time, and I think it's mentally scarred. Every single time he's been dismissed for a Golden Duck, he just looks at the wicket, has that wry smile, and even he curses and looks up. What do I have to do? It's gotten to him. Mentally, he looks shot.
See, mentally, I had called that it had gotten to him a while back. I thought maybe if he had that one good knock against Gujarat, even if not, obviously you don't expect him to find his form overnight, but you can at least see him play more freely today. Again, he looked the same, touchy, nervous.
See, RCB, again, the story of IPL that has been there throughout their franchisee history. Everybody does not contribute as a unit. Only certain individuals contribute at a certain period of time, and they go through on luck. When DK has performed, only then they have won.
And Faf also.
Faf.
To an extent.
That's it. 2 batsmen or 2
Actually.
bowlers out of a team of 11, they can't win you titles.
How would
I would disagree with you.
Kohli remember this IPL?
I think it's really one for him to forget.
Yeah, but the poor patch continues. As simple as that.
No, but he was still in this game, till the last. So, I mean, that is something to look at.
I'm saying he's been such a dominant player that he's taken teams on his own batting. This time it was actually the other way around. It was the team carrying him, and with his batting wasn't great. But now with this form, team has won. So let's
Team has
But
won.
now it.
And
Once
he's
you
not
feel.
And he's not
field
even a
also.
Naman Oja.
Explain that joke.
No, I
Your
remember.
friend who you met at
I remember Naman Oja once scored a century. So he came for the press conference. He was asked, must have been sad and heartbreaking for you to, lose the match despite scoring 100. He says, कोई बात नहीं, देखिए मैच में हार जीत तो लगी रहती है, 100 होता है, 100 ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट होता है.
Was this when he was at RR only?
no.
This was more recently.
Oh.
When he was
He was not with
none of the other.
None of the franchises.
I think this IPL we have seen Kohli in a more mortal form. He is mortal.
Yeah.
How was he in the last season?
In this weak patch, we all thought that from 2020, 2021, we all thought that he's one knock away. We all thought. But now with this prolonged slump, plus the way how he's gotten out in the IPL, technically and even mentally, I think he's now amongst these mortals who struggle on a very consistent basis. Prior to his weak patch, 2019 to 2012, he was on a different level altogether. Across all three formats. There was none better than him.
Where do you think he's going now? He has an extended break. He needs a break. Everyone had their own thoughts. Where Ravi Shastri suggested he should take a break. Sunny Gavaskar said no, he should not take a break. Kohli came and said, people from the outside are telling me what to do. I know what to do best. But he has taken a break. He's not part of the next series in South Africa, which means he's resting. Rohit Sharma, who's another one who's taking a break.
So what does resting actually mean?
Resting means that
Taking time away.
India's playing a series,
But
but he's
still
not part of it.
practicing?
No. So usually, again, that's what we don't know because each player takes that rest differently. Some just sit at home, chill, and also practice. But they're away from the bio because nowadays you have that bio bubble.
Bio
and
bubble
things like
also, yeah.
They're away from that. So Rohit Sharma is another one. We know what he's doing. I saw some Instagram pictures. He's already out on a nice holiday destination.
Yeah.
So he's rejuvenating that way. He's another one who would want to strike form. I wonder what Kohli is going to do because he does have this gap now between the England tour and now this IPL. Now that his team is out.
20 days, I think he has a gap, right?
Yeah, 20 days. So I don't know whether he's.
No, not 20 days.
Aren't they leaving
See,
on
15,
June
they're
15th?
Leaving on 15. Today is.
Today is the 27th.
27.
That's 15 days.
No, so what is the kind of break you think Kohli is going to? Will it be a holiday type?
He's
So it
going to
is-
spend some time.
Or will he
with
be at
his
home?
Wife, daughter, maybe
No.
watch a movie or two.
No, but that's what I'm
Sorry,
saying.
this
Like a not. I am saying not. What kind of a break? Like be at home in Mumbai, which is now his home, and go and play at BKC practice, net practice or CCI, and then just be at home and chill, or like go away to an exotic destination. Like he went to Bhutan. I remember they went.
I think he needs to switch off entirely because
so net practices.
go for
No, as in
that.
go for exotic.
Yeah,
place.
exotic
No
place.
nets at BKC and CCI.
His
kind.
problem is not technical. People say, "Oh, his technique is this, that," but all players have a technique that works for them.
I would
Each
kind
technique.
of disagree on the technical aspect of it in this IPL.
See,
in
his
particular.
technical aspect is, for me at least, amplified by the fact that he has no confidence. When he had
quite
confidence, he was
possible.
playing with the exact same technique and it wasn't.
आइए सजग जी क्या है ये?
Sajag.
Oh God.
Come on.
I thought Sajag would get Gajak.
अरे यहाँ पर राजस्थान जीता है. राजस्थान जीता है. This is you didn't even do Naginda.
देखो
सजग.
अब देखो
No.
मुझे यहाँ पे सजग बोल रहे थे कि
Come on, यार.
कि भाई
Unbelievable.
आपको एक्साइटमेंट नहीं दिख रही. I said
अब excitement
Okay, excitement you cannot do. Naginda also cannot do. Come on.
I thought Sajag would get some Gajak.
We'll keep it.
Gajak season is
I
done.
know it's not there now.
Gajak season is done.
जलेबी.
Yeah, I hope it's.
Very
I
first
hope it's not
Rajasthan
that
fan.
big
No,
jalebi.
first Rajasthan.
Oh, thank God.
यार, come on.
चलो.
For Rajasthan.
Thank you,
can't
Sajag.
do
God
that
bless
much.
you.
Thanks.
Shame.
Sir.
वाह गरम है.
No, you take first. It's okay. You can
No,
come
I'll
to me.
take. Ooh, nice and hot.
Yes. Hello.
Shivam, good timing.
शिवम वैसे गायब है.
But jalebi takte he's turned up.
Here.
Hello, Alfred.
हाँ, so but jalebi brought you here.
Yeah, sure.
मुबारक हो
Yeah.
to everyone.
To Rajasthan Royals.
Jalebi.
To Rajasthan Royals.
I can't otherwise. I'm.
Tell thank you to Sajak also.
अनुराग.
No, yeah.
अरे अच्छा अरे लो क्यों अरे इससे ज्यादा क्या खराब होगा शरीर आ जाओ आओ कम
अनुराग.
कटिंग डाउन ऑन अरे यार सच
I hope you're not choked.
कम ऑन
Like Fab did
अरे
the same.
फेस एटलीस्ट फेस
I just did a South Africa.
Oh man.
His joke made me choke.
Oh damn.
निखिल एक से क्या होता है यार.
ना मैं 2 खा चुका हूँ पहले.
Well, the jalebi seemed to have an
Nice.
impact on our
Hot
views.
jalebi.
569.
Hey, get food today.
Food today, yep.
Oh, let's take some questions. There's super chat.
Back to you.
Oh, super chat from of all people,
Same.
Virat Kohli.
अरे
Arey,
Oh,
acha,
Virat.
Thank you.
Virat, yep.
Virat is sending a
has
super
sent-
chat.
so maybe he can tell us
Hey, but
Maybe
he's already.
Aditi can find out what is on Virat's mind now. or where he's going on a vacation, holiday. He used to stay somewhere close to his place. At least his parents.
But he's not in
No, but his
Gurgaon
parents
right
would
now.
know his
No, but
brother.
I think they're also shifting
They
back.
are shifting. They haven't so far.
Okay.
Oh.
So they are also.
So
planning.
from Gurgaon shifting to Worli altogether.
No.
But they often come to Gurgaon and spend time with them.
Rarely. No. If there is a, the last time I think he came to Gurgaon was maybe not. हाँ?
वोट देने के लिए I remember he was
वोट
there.
तो बॉम्बे में नहीं देता है. वोट तो बॉम्बे में देता है.
नहीं, वोट उसका दिल्ली होगा. Vote will be Delhi. But now to him, I'm not going to be staying in Bombay also. Rumor has it.
Where would he be staying?
You
Can't share all
see,
details.
no, acha.
Really?
Abhi, see, as of now we are getting in dollars. Maybe after some times we might get in pounds.
Pounds. There he's given you a clue.
All right.
So Virat Kohli has sent a super chat saying, for once, let's be honest, Tuk Kohli, Tuk Rohit, Tuk Rahul, Tuk Pant, all guys just not good enough to win the T20 World Cup.
It is,
That's a
yeah.
fair
Shocking,
opinion that he
Could
has.
be.
I don't agree with it.
On current form, maybe, but there's still
I
4
don't
months.
agree with it. I would
I'll
still.
pass it on.
No, I'm done. I had lots, yeah. I had lots. And
Try
today,
one of
Meetha,
them.
I went looking, there wasn't, so I had a fruit and nut also.
You could have missed something else.
Finished it. Too much Meetha I've had.
Too much, yes.
So, again, what do you make of Virat Kohli's comment? Saying that you're taking all these tuk guys like Kohli, Rohit, Rahul, Pant, you're not going to win the T20 World Cup.
I think for an event like T20 World Cup, you need, or for any World Cup, you need experience.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you can't just fill in anybody. I know people can come up with a lot of names who've done really well in the IPL, but IPL and international cricket is different.
In the words of MS Dhoni,
Nothing good.
nothing to
Nothing
add.
too bad. Yep.
Divyanshu, you naughty boy.
Oh man.
but actually that ad is amazing. Only Ravi Shastri can pull it.
Pull out that
something.
something. Sure.
What a sport.
No, but Devanshu Singh should go to Ravi Shastri's place. He's got a nice farmhouse in Alibag.
Yeah.
That's one place he can go and chill. Put his
Virat
feet up.
Kohli.
Yeah. It's very close from Bombay. You go, you take that roll in, roll out, that ship, put your car in, his fancy car, he could just put it. The ship drives you to Alibag.
Alibag.
You're there, take the car out.
Hardly 2
drive.
hours from Mumbai.
No, but now it's less, huh? You drive to that Rolo, what they call those ships that you can just
Yep.
drive your
Ferry.
car in. Ferries.
Ferry, yes.
And those ferries have some nice restaurant cafes. So even that 1 hour journey is nice. You can sip a nice glass of wine and eat some
Virat
chips.
can ask
You're
for a
giving
private
ideas to
yacht.
Virat?
Yeah, why not?
No, why not?
Why not?
What?
But he doesn't. He's not going to go to Alibag, yeah.
Obviously.
He'll go to
why
some
would he?
exotic.
Not in this
vacation.
hot weather at least.
Yeah. He'll go to Europe somewhere. You know.
Europe somewhere.
Exactly.
As it is, he doesn't have to book his flight tickets, get his visa done or anything. He just
Why not?
needs to
He
take
has
a
to.
private jet. No, somebody else is going to do.
Manager.
Obviously.
Wow.
And as it is, he's just going to.
Siddharth is saying wow.
has
I
to-
Maybe
wish,
he's lost in La La Land.
I wish I was Virat Kohli.
And he has
No,
to
I wish.
just has to take a private jet, not
Yeah.
even.
Yeah.
No, it's been almost 7 years since I took a foreign trip. I want to go there.
Yes.
Trip. I thought maybe.
रोक लो यार एक सेकंड रोक लो हाँ रोक लो Sona Ghosh says Nikhil would understand the intent template when we would lose to South Africa Park in World Cup because of lack of intent. Butler, Warner, Shaw, brand of T20 cricket. Last day, Vora innings was better than Rahul. Intent. But I just want to say, Sona, you're talking about losses to teams of the World Cup. You lost to Pakistan and New Zealand.
New Zealand,
How were they playing? Please tell me how they played their T20 cricket. They played good old-fashioned T20 cricket. You played poorly. You did not lose to them because they were putting 200 runs on the board. You lost to them, you couldn't put decent runs on board. So this intent is so overrated. By the way, I have done an interview today with David Miller, the guy who defines intent, and I asked him exactly that. This template that you keep talking about template, and he says this. He said all of it is overrated. You see Gujarat's template this season. They are the team that has hit the least amount of sixes.
Yeah.
Least amount of sixes. Where are they? They're the most successful team in IPL. You got to play to the situation. Good old cricket. He says that the interview should be up tomorrow. So if you don't believe us, you can listen to the expert himself who's playing, winning and taking you. So
And you know, if Manan Vora would have scored those 79 runs of 58 deliveries,
I would have taken it.
yeah, people would have been applauding and would have been
Yes.
saying that Manan Vora for T20 World Cup. Actually,
Exactly.
Yep. That's.
but that doesn't mean that I'm giving a clean chit to KL Rahul.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, of course.
Yep.
Because
We
you
had a
expect
big
more.
debate on that, by the way. That video is still out. It's done very well. So I really enjoyed that debate. It's we did it yesterday.
And you know, the good thing about criticism is that it comes only for those from whom you actually expect.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we have expectations from KL Rahul. That is the reason why he is criticized. You,
and
yeah, sorry.
no, I was just saying
Always,
that.
yeah, criticism only comes when you're expecting
Exactly.
somebody
Yep.
to do well and
Absolutely.
they don't.
And also, in terms of disagreement, it's no science in which there is only one formula, right? So it's not a definite science where either he's right or I'm right. We both disagreed on KL Rahul. Again, it's trial and error. Forget us. Even the teams are not sure what is the right way. I mean, they keep trying. There are teams which even keep changing. Some teams come with an idea and at least follow that template through the season. There are some teams that start off with something and in the middle of the season realize, no, this is not working, let's change it. So
Don't
if
remind
those
me.
guys can't figure it out, there's no fixed science for all of us to understand.
CSK, the way how we.
constantly discuss their technique, right?
Yeah. I mean, technique, yes.
And they have to obviously, polish it again and again to remain in the game, to perform well, isn't it? I mean, do they not analyze
They do,
their
but
performance?
No, that's what I'm saying. They do, and that's how it keeps changing from there on. In terms of, let's say they've decided certain things to do. If it doesn't work, they change, and if it doesn't work, they change. In fact, what
There
I'm
was
saying
a
is,
show Inside Edge you would have seen
Yes.
on OTT. So the math that would go
No,
into
that
does
is
that really
any-
happen?
no. So the maths
Slowly.
does happen. By the way, maths does happen, but it's not as frivolous or as
Yeah.
Frivolous,
Dramatic.
obviously,
old
yeah.
way.
So-
as
yeah.
it was.
Dramatic. I was.
Yeah, very dramatic.
Dramatic.
They've taken that.
But calculations are made.
Yes, so there are the different teams. So there are certain teams
Matchups,
that
yeah.
look at matchups like, so this bowler does well against this batsman, so let's have him, or
Like
this
that.
batsman. They do. Looking at their past record, their performances, the style of bowler, they do that. However, it's not as, I mean, as I said, frivolous was the word that came to my mind as it was shown there.
Yeah.
So that's very exaggerated. Like
I just saw
most
a
films.
couple of episodes and I decided.
I don't want to say, I saw the first scene of season 1, first scene, and
And
that's it.
good.
No more beyond that.
You didn't lose anything.
Yeah, I did. I'm sure I did.
Which sports films in India have actually been good to watch? If I
No,
have
there
to
are
look
a
at
few.
it?
Please check the video out. Me and
Even
Rahul have
Jordan,
done
yeah.
that. Top 5.
Top 5 Hindi movies.
Hindi.
Not Hindi.
Hindi.
Hindi movies.
Hindi.
Hindi or
Top
Indian
5.
movies.
Who has
Hindi.
done the video?
Please.
You are in it,
After
na?
We both. We've done top 5 Hindi movies on spot to watch out for.
All right.
We picked our top 5 and check it, and some of them are really good. Of course, you take bit of liberty there, but in case of the series that she talks about,
Lots of liberty.
Creative liberty.
that is another
That
level.
creative liberty thing is a common problem with a lot of sport movies, actually.
Yeah, but I'm saying it depends on the degree of where you are. Sometimes to make it dramatic, I understand, but just like completely go off track, it's not. So none of it that you saw there,
None of it is
not even
okay.
close to what happens. But having said that, there are matchups. There's some teams that don't bother about matchups.
England cricket team are one that really rely, like
Yeah,
Morgan.
yeah.
No,
Owen
but
Morgan.
when it comes to international teams, then
There also.
Yeah, I just mentioned the England cricket team.
England.
During
Owen Morgan
when
is
Tendulkar wanted to reach to his 100th century, Tendulkar,
Oh, right.
100th international century during the series against England, I read a report that England had employed a mathematician to just say, okay, where is the exact area that you should bowl to according to calculations,
No,
so that
I don't think it worked. No, I covered that tour. He got good. Oval, he almost got the 100.
yeah, in oval, but
Yeah.
Bresnan got him out
Yeah.
LBW.
You know,
yeah.
every time.
I got ready to do live. I came out of the ground.
And then he got
That is
oval,
what used to
100.
happen. When he had.
And I didn't want that to happen because I'll tell you why. There was a big gap between the tests and the ODI.
Yeah.
And so I had taken those days off for a holiday. And my wife had just landed into London. That was the last day of that test match. And I was like, God, he shouldn't get that, because if he does, then 1 week
There goes
I'm
your
working.
vacation.
If he gets out, then 1 week I'm off. And like Sheila,
We had our copies ready from
Oh,
the
no,
end of the
sorry.
World Cup. Yeah, the end of that.
After
that's
that 99th 100,
Yeah,
every
every
day
day.
was
369 days we had to wait for that copy to be published.
The other time it happened was West Indies. He was on the verge.
94.
So he was not out. So I was in Delhi. So his office said, "Oh, tomorrow it's going to happen in Mankade. Book your ticket." So I booked my ticket. I took the flight. I landed. My phone rings. He's out.
He's out.
Then I was like, "Nah, I'm one day in Bombay." So I asked office what to do. They said, "No, nothing."
Match the cover.
You're done with 369. So
And as luck would have it, by the way, Sachin got his 100th 100 against Bangladesh in a losing cause.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
And their strike rate
That's how it's
114 or
remembered
147.
No, obviously,
Unfortunate.
But this is for us to remember because this is our bread and butter. But not for everybody. See, 100th 100 is a different feat altogether.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody, at least in our lifetime, I don't think anybody.
He is the
Nobody's coming
greatest.
close.
He is the greatest.
Nobody's
He's my-
coming close.
He's the GOAT.
there are,
Sachin Tendulkar.
copies and them being this thing. So 2018, the organization I was working, somewhere this rumor came that Dhoni is announcing his retirement.
When was it?
2018. Imagine. In 2018, rumor comes from somewhere, wasn't very credible, but we said, you know what? No smoke without fire. Let's keep one copy ready. It's there in drafts. Nothing happened. 2018 came, 19 came. By the time he actually announced his retirement, that copy ended up getting lost somewhere.
Also would have become a bit dated. I guess.
No problem. See, dated would have been what? We only had like the padding ready. So, this is his numbers. This, it had to update a little bit, fine. Greatest ever player, captain, this, that, could have gone. That copy got lost. Start from scratch.
Okay, for the audience, I'd like to see who has won anything in Gamezy. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, do let us know if you guys
Yeah.
have one. That would be
Good
nice.
point by Aditi. If you know your Gamezy experiences, share with us.
Yes, we must know them.
I think you
You
had one of the
hardly
closest shifts in Gamezy once, remember?
Yeah.
You had a full team made.
No, I was-
First innings, you were second.
I was second in the big one.
Big
That-
one. 5 crore one.
But then I realized somebody pointed out, I said, because your full team is set off the first inning.
First
Second.
innings, exactly.
No, because I didn't realize my team had majority players who performed in that. So there were no
one, first
batters for the team that was going
And
to
when you want two
something.
bowlers, and
Yeah.
that's it, bus.
And I realized that most of the team, and it was true. From first, then I fell down to some 500, 600, something.
But yeah, people have a real craze for fantasy. And one time I'm going back home at night during the IPL only.
Yeah.
The cab driver was having this conversation with, because I told him, he was asking me, "Ab sir, aap kahan kaam karte ho?" I was in the sports team. He's like, "Ab ye sab khelte ho?" I said, "Haan, one of our sponsors is that also." He's asking me for tips and all that. I'm thinking, "Yaar, you're taking tips from me of all people. I barely ever win anything."
Man,
great.
especially all these shopkeepers and those stationery people.
Oh, they love
most
the-
of the time they're hooked to these kind of fantasy.
Even these chai walas.
Yeah.
But the formula to play and win on these fantasy apps is not to think from your heart, but from
Mind.
That's why I stopped
Because
making teams during KKR matches.
at times,
nahi hoga.
at times we tend to think from our heart ke yaar he's my favorite player, he will score this match, he's definitely
You
gonna
think
score.
he's a cup naam
That
and then it doesn't come.
Who would have expected Rajat Patidar to score a century in the last
Yeah.
game? So that's what happened.
There
And
would have been some crazy people who would have
There, even
captained
if you
him.
use
There-
your mind, wouldn't have.
See, luckily Gamezy has this option of budget buys. So that's why
No.
common for Bangalore, Rajat Patidar is your budget buy all the time.
Budget.
by the way, AJ Iscon, don't worry, boss. We haven't missed your super chat. It's somewhere
We saved them.
with
We'll-
Anurag, and
we'll
there is.
come back to them.
And he's saying, "Boss, you have missed. There is only one boss. He says. That
I like what
is
Devanshu
just the
said.
boss."
He's a cup chura de. Poor RCB
Go
fans.
bottom.
Yeah, it's really bad.
See, Divyanshu has stopped his contest on Gamezy.
Yeah.
Yash Vilankar 742.
On the 1 rupee contest. That's
rupee.
really good.
Oh
Eh?
yeah.
That means
Because they-
750% hike.
Actually, Yash, that's good. We usually finish in thousands then.
Ah.
2,000, 3,000. He's
No,
740.
I think he won 7.
he won 742 rupees and after putting in only 1 rupee.
1 rupee.
That's brilliant.
That's
Wow,
really good.
742%
700
hike.
Just like me, 700 rupees.
No, he is 42.
42 head.
He's more.
Little more than that.
Okay, Shubham Dalmia is saying the problem with BCCI is they don't take strike rate seriously. Sanju scored 450 runs with a strike rate of 150 and still got ignored for South Africa series. 35-40 are still important as well. Again,
Been down this route before.
Again,
yeah, I'm not
in the wrong era he is, unfortunately, if I look at it.
Sanju, no? Yeah.
Too many options.
No, but he got his chances.
He got his
Please check out
chances.
his
He has got his
India
chances.
career.
5-7 chances he didn't capitalize.
Tell me his international stats. Tell me.
See, I can
Not
agree,
a good,
I can agree with one fact that he didn't get a fair run. When I say fair run on consistent basis, but the last time he got a fair run on consistent basis was at home against Sri Lanka or
Sri Lanka.
He got 3 opportunities.
Didn't
He couldn't
convert
make
any.
count. We couldn't
Open his
make
international.
use of those. But I think once in one of those matches he got 38 odd runs. That's it.
That's it.
So and there were players ahead of him. So Rishabh Pant wasn't part of that squad.
Yep.
Ishan Kishan was your other wicket-keeper batsman. So in place of Rishabh Pant, Sanju Samson came in. Now the problem is Rishabh Pant is also there, and for Dinesh Karthik, he has had a miraculous comeback. Which is hard to.
So he's played 13 T20Is for India. 13, 174 runs and an average of 14.50.
Strike rate of 121.
Yeah.
So-
Enough said.
Enough said, yeah.
So do not look at IPL alone. I agree that those chances came after a lot of gap, but see, unfortunately, whenever you get a chance in international cricket, initially it will be like that. You got to step up. Shreyas Iyer got 100 against New Zealand in Test match.
Yes.
Didn't get to play in South Africa.
Exactly.
And his 13 T20 has been spread over 7 years.
Exactly.
No, I agree.
at one
but my
stage-
point is, if you get a series,
You have to
Take-
capitalize.
finish it.
But especially with the talent pool the way it is.
No,
in
the
India.
problem is his period has coincided with both MS Dhoni and Rishabh Pant. 2015 to 2018, now 2018 to 2022. It's Pant's time now. So,
Also, Vansh Jain points out that he once went for an alternate kind of thing. He picked players who were not fancied, ended up winning 1,000 rupees on games. Yeah? That's not a bad strategy.
That's a tip.
Yeah.
wow.
That's a tip if ever there was one.
What's that about 1,000 rupees? I once selected alternate
Yeah,
players.
that's the one. That's one. Alternate players basically means not the favored ones, players who are underrated. He picked those and won 1,000 bucks. That's not
1,000
bad.
rupees. That's not bad at all.
Billu ji is back.
Arey.
Billu S is saying, what changes do you expect or would you want to see in the RCB next season? I don't want to see any change.
No, I don't think this team needs changes. They're
Exactly.
a good, strong team.
To
All change I would want is the big guns need to fire. Faf Du has to step up. Virat Kohli has to
Just
step
scroll
up.
up slightly.
Glenn Maxwell, 7-year whatever hiatus
Contract.
that he takes needs to be shortened
Yeah.
to 1 year.
the only change
That's
that RCB need to do, everybody has to contribute like a unit.
Yeah.
Simple.
Also, one interesting point by Ron Weasley, a name you'd recognize if you're a Harry Potter fan.
But are we going to see any changes in Rajasthan Royals
I think they.
or Gujarat Titans in the
Gujarat,
upcoming
maybe not.
final?
Rajasthan, I think maybe they'd want to go for a death bowler or an all-round option.
Yeah.
I think an all-round option.
But I think Obed McCoy has stepped up
Exactly.
now.
That's why I'm saying an all-rounder. I don't think Obed's an all-rounder, no?
No,
He's
he's
a bowler,
just a
exactly.
bowler.
So Ron Weasley says Siraj has been so poor this season. What makes it even worse is that they retained him ahead of Harshal and Yuzi. I always point out there was the biggest surprise that Harshal.
No, but okay, to be fair, I mean, he's had a poor IPL this time around. But you sometimes confuse the format as well. And he's like an India regular. We were
but he's a
talking to
test regular.
Yeah, correct, but not as bad. I mean, who expected?
Harshal won the purple cap. I mean,
but
the
then
logic
if you
of
have to
putting your
look at-
purple
No, I
cap.
agree. Between them, yes. But I'm just saying that he wasn't that bad a choice as well.
No, but then even heading into the IPL 2022 auction, his previous IPL as well was pretty good.
No,
Mohammad
it wasn't
Siraj.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It's
that
not
might have influenced them.
correct.
So this
He's a-
pitch
he's a-
favors what? Bowlers or batters?
This one,
This is
Ahmedabad.
Ahmedabad.
Yeah, so the first time we've seen it, I think it's a good batting wicket. And I said it in
But the
middle of
bowlers were
season.
getting something if
Oh,
they
they
picked
only
their
got
back.
157.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
but
that's
they
not a
chased
great
it.
score.
They chased it.
They chased it
easy.
easily, of course.
That's the reason I changed
That,
the
but
prediction
that was
in
a
the middle.
chaseable score.
Yeah, that's why I
It
changed
needed
prediction.
good variations and the right amount of pace to hit those lengths. And that's what Rajasthan did very well.
Sir, you should read Ikpreet's comment.
See, your commentary is being widely appreciated.
Thanks to
by
Sports
the way.
Today, Sports Talk team for providing great entertainment. Yesterday and his team commentary was fantabulous. Ravi Shastri.
Arey wah.
Oh
Imagine
my
your
God.
commentary is being.
And I hope Anil sir
Reached home
Yes,
safe.
he did.
He did.
Well,
Did you see him in the office today?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
You did.
well, Ravi Shastri,
I did.
thank you. The comparison
I
is
actually
huge.
did.
I mean,
I heard.
he's one of the best commentators we had, Ravi
Yeah,
Shastri, along with Harsha and Sunil.
Some
the best
fantasy apps
commentators
are
we
banned
got.
in Andhra.
Yes.
Yeah, all of them are
Sorry?
actually. That's a
Yeah.
state
Yeah.
government thing.
Yep.
State government.
So I remember when I was making my registration, they actually wanted a double verification to check you weren't from Andhra Telangana. So that's why you have to keep your location on
Yes.
when using the app.
Let's take Simon Abraham's question. Emerging player of the IPL according to you?
Emerging player. Tilak?
it's
I would
not
go
tough.
for Patidar.
I'm going with Mohsin Khan.
I would say Tilak.
Tilak.
I would still say.
Should be a young uncapped. Umran Malik is another option.
I don't.
21 wickets.
Patidar was there. Yes.
Patidar.
Jitesh Sharma.
Jitesh, I like
is a good
Jitesh. But
option.
he's 28. Jitesh.
But
No, I'm just
emerging,
saying-
he is emerging. Everybody is
Everyone's
emerging.
emerging. Yeah.
But he has emerged.
He's emerged.
There's Yash
Or maybe
Dayal.
he's still emerging.
Yes, Dayal also.
Yash Dayal also.
All of those two, the two left armers, Mohsin. my
Mohsin.
God.
Yeah. Definitely Mohsin.
He sent us a super chat.
Gurvishwas Baju. I think if
Gurvishwas Bajwa from Canada
blank.
only sent a super chat without any question, so we can't
Wow.
take that.
chadawa hai.
That's a media money.
I like what ATG says. Bring in Jose Mourinho to manage RCB.
Like Jose Mourinho.
But what has Jose Mourinho also won? I mean, he won at one point, and that's it.
Hey, he's the only manager to win all 3 European leagues now.
Yeah, but
But Gurvishwas has said
Real
something in
Madrid
chat.
3 years.
I'm not.
I watched more La Liga than
He was not very good
Nothing.
there. No, he broke Barcelona's dominance.
One-
One season,
one season. So for Real Madrid in 3 seasons,
he won 2 trophies.
one.
No. Copa del Rey in his first season.
Copa del Rey is
But ठीक है, it's still a trophy. Come on.
okay. So out of if you count Copa, so out of 3 seasons, that is 3, 6, 9 trophies. He won 2.
Yeah.
That's not
That
good for
Barca
a
team
Real-
was a next level
No,
though. I
but
mean, in all fairness.
For any Barcelona, because they are the only 2 clubs that will win all trophies, right?
Now, Atletico
to
just
be
emerged
even,
for a bit
to even
later.
get pass marks, you have to win out of 9 about 4 pass marks. 2 is fail.
As you
Yeah. 9 trophies will be divided between Real Madrid, Barcelona every year, right? Majority, or let's say
So one year they had Atletico winning
so
the
one
league,
given to
right.
let's say 8 trophies, 4, 50% marks. You need to win 4. If
He
you win
got
2,
two.
what is it?
25%.
That's a club where Ancelotti won Champions League and got sacked. So
correct.
they had a
I
lot of
don't think I
patience.
want to sit with you people tomorrow.
The watch party.
Because I'm
Watch
gonna
party,
look like
Champions League tomorrow. Live
yes.
coverage
like a
from
huge,
Paris.
huge fool
Yep.
who's sitting.
We're getting you. No, watch party.
Acha, Ambuj Shukla makes a very valid point, of course, on the basis of his expertise. He's saying studying brands for a decade now.
Okay.
He's saying, interestingly, Virat Kohli's brand value is peaking now as people are connecting emotionally with him.
Yeah.
When his form is on a low,
Dipping,
on an all-time low rather. My brand analysis says he'll score at peak in World Cup 23. His score or his brand value will be at
Will be at the top score, which is a very, very interesting.
Very possible.
point.
Yeah.
No, it is
Actually,
possible.
brand value, I mean,
Yeah.
to connect it with dipping performance, that's really
No,
something.
he's right, because what happens is that when he was at his peak, sometimes people don't relate to you because he's superhuman, and then he's that a bit brash, overtly aggressive. Now when he's failing for the first time, in fact this is something that we mentioned, not in terms of brand value, but I was saying for the first time he mentioned that you could relate to him because he was failing. So he felt that he's a mortal. Then I also felt for him on those times where he looked like helpless, when he was out, he was looking up, down, in his interviews with the honesty. For the first time, I also felt that. Maybe brands see it that way and he's pointing. But again, he's not the only one. You see MS Dhoni also.
Yeah.
Brand value started peaking towards the time that his captaincy had gone and you thought he would start failing. Saurav Ganguly.
I think MS Dhoni's brand value should be at an all-time peak right at this point
Exactly
in time.
my point.
Now that he's retired officially, you know,
Yes.
Chennai Super Kings not doing
Yes.
well. What? See, he is selling these fantasy apps.
Yeah.
He is selling paints. He is selling fans. He is selling shoes. He is selling I don't know what all.
He's a non-fantasy app also where you can play other games, non-cricket games. Ludo, Udo.
Everything, you know, every second ad you see is either Virat Kohli.
I did one
or,
story in the brand value thing when I did
Or
this.
we watched
Especially
today.
Dhoni,
Dhoni.
as much, not
No,
as much as
no,
Virat
no.
Kohli.
I think
So-
MS Dhoni.
No,
I
right
had done
now
a
Virat
sports.
is high.
I had done a story
Virat
on
is
sports
high
today
now.
in my first
No, obviously Virat
video
will be.
here. My first video here. In that it was said that Dhoni's brand value rose 60%. In this cycle,
Yes.
Kohli's risen by 20%. Why? Because of the novelty factor attached with MS Dhoni.
So I'll give you another example. When for years, and this is from another sport, Hamilton dominating Formula 1 like crazy, reached a saturation point with fans. Most people are like, we want him to lose. He loses one championship unfairly, struggles for 5 races in 2022. And you see the man in all sorts of fashion galas and this, that. Sympathy among fans has reached so high that recent race, he had that rise from 19th to 5th, was voted driver of the day. You would never see Hamilton voted driver of the day because the ones who vote are like the hardcore of hardcore fans. Guys getting it? So,
Another example is Saurav Ganguly. He has
Yes.
more endorsement now than he was when he
Oh,
was
yes.
there.
Yeah.
So it happens sometimes.
yeah, nostalgia is a hell of a
What
drug.
was that East Bengal and that deal?
Man
But
United.
now they've
Man
got another
United.
sponsor.
Sorry?
East Bengal have managed their own sponsor now.
Yeah.
No, it's
They
not
needed
about-
someone to.
Is he involved somehow?
No. Yeah, it may be or not. I don't know. But the thing is that before that deal can even go through, that merger or whatever they buy, they've got someone else now who's chipped in before United.
United could come.
Yeah. So that look Imami or there's a.
So Dada is
The
now
local-
involved with that.
But then he said
No,
that
no,
a clearer
this is
picture
some
will emerge in the next 2 weeks.
Right.
He said a clearer picture will emerge in the next 2 weeks of what has happened.
Could be.
That would be interesting for Indian football.
But if he can, I don't know,
And also,
facilitate
see,
that
now,
deal
now you also
of United
now-
buying East Bengal.
That's like United were buying buying one of these
City has bought-
franchisees.
Yeah, City has. No, Mumbai City has.
City has. bought
Mumbai City FC.
For example, they were buying one of these franchisees also at one point.
Yes, yes.
See,
that's
at
true.
times rumors also do a lot of brand value. By the way, for these, for
And
these,
so maybe that Man United thing you think worked, and that Imami or whatever that local
Decided to
brand
step
came
up.
in and stepped up and
Also,
can.
but I mean,
you
to
know
be-
what sorry to cut you
You
short.
carry on, no.
So what usually happens is suddenly you realize the owners of Man United have jumped in the fray, so they also want to buy a franchisee. So what you do is you just float this not rumor but in information that the owners of Man United are also in the fray. So
Like stock market.
So what happens
When
is
you want a stock to rise, you say this big deal is
so
happening,
now
merger.
Shane has to
Speculation.
buy one of these franchisees. So he knows that the bidding now, the auction prices or the bids are going to go higher.
Yeah.
So you will put in
Off up extra money.
exactly. So that is all. That also
Yes.
happens.
and to be fair, the Glazers, who are the United owners, they have this thing. They were even rumored to invest in Abu Dhabi T20 and stuff like that. They have like since I think they own teams in America as well. United was one they took over, so they do want to expand their portfolio. It's just they are in it for the money. They're not some
Yeah, of
passionate
course.
football fans.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Money talks.
I wish Siddhant was here. Him with going on about the Glazers would have taken up 15 minutes of our time. Yeah.
Manchester Rising from the
Oh,
US of
Manchester
A.
Rising, speaking of.
Yes, again a United fan. Says after Gavaskar, Tendulkar and Kohli looks first time in 4 decades that India won't have a world beater batsman in coming decades. Love to know who knows, yeah.
Someone
I mean,
could
after
emerge.
Gavaskar, people said
No
nobody
one.
will come. Tendulkar came.
After Tendulkar,
Kohli came.
Kohli came.
Somebody will come. Yeah.
But they were there.
No, they were gradually someone will emerge. Huh? Who knows? One of these young kids that we are seeing in the IPL today.
We're
Shubman,
seeing a different side of Hardik Pandya.
Yeah.
Who would have thought
Could be
that?
the superstar.
Yeah.
And
is
Pandya, to be
already-
fair, has that superstar kind of
Yeah.
image
And he's
around
still
it.
young. He's
Yeah.
been in international cricket, so you
He
feel
has
that.
been popular for
Yeah.
quite a
7
while
years he's
now,
been-
and
Correct, yes.
might just
Yeah, yeah.
And when
break
we
all
talk-
charts with his
Yeah,
performance this
And
time.
when we talk about brand value, Hardik Pandya
Yeah, it's big.
is is
Agreed.
one of those who actually has a very good brand value, and in times to come, it will only rise.
Already his net worth, if you have to look at it, is already in the top bracket. If you have to look at it, for Indian sports persons.
It's a lot. And he has an inspirational story to boot. So
He's also said, क्या करें अब
Hardik
Pandya के नाम पे
news bit there.
It is, just
He said that recently, yeah.
just after the last game he said, but your team has done well, you're doing well, but there were news reports. He said, क्या करें अब, ठीक है, जो लोग बोलते हैं बोले तो हार्दिक के नाम से तो न्यूज़ बिकती है.
But
some
actually,
confidence.
It is a
Yeah,
fact.
I like
it
it.
is a fact.
He's good.
He's not wrong.
You know, newspapers, be it newspapers, digital media, even on television, we tend to ask people specifically. You know, if I don't know if you asked about Virat Kohli, did you ask anything about Virat Kohli to Miller? I'm talking.
No, only
no.
about Gujarat.
So usually what happens is we tend to highlight what somebody has said on Virat Kohli. Gavaskar is saying that take rest. Ravi Shastri is saying take
Don't
rest.
take
Sorry,
rest.
Gavaskar said
Don't
don't
take
take any rest. Ravi Shastri, even if Riyan Parag would have said in an interview that Virat
Stop the
Kohli
comment.
should take rest or shouldn't take rest, even that would have made news.
Yeah, there we go. Andrew Singh is back.
You can get a neck sprain commercial.
Oh.
There are jokes about your neck pain.
Achha, so basically,
We used to
Must
talk
be
about
your
side
match,
strain.
your bowling and your bowling style.
Andrew Singh is pretty worried about my
Andrew
neck
Singh.
sprain.
Andrew Singh. There was another super chat. Have you missed that?
No.
I think there was a screenshot. So
Have you
There is a
taken? Let's
screenshot,
take
yeah.
it. Gur Vishwas Bajwa.
Oh,
fine.
Yeah. He
He's
says,
fine.
"Hi, please answer Rahul. I'm not KL's
KL.
fan, but sometimes you guys do over criticism. When you told that KL century against West Indies was a losing call, can you tell me who was behind that loss?"
MS Dhoni, I think he's pointing.
Of course. MS Dhoni.
He waits for an opportunity. Of course.
No, I can also say I wait for an opportunity. KL Rahul scored 2 centuries this season, right? Against which team did they come?
Mumbai.
Where did they finish?
Right
So
at the
There we
Mumbai
go.
is the most successful IPL.
But
team.
this year they were horrible. Thanks.
They
Jasprit Bumrah
won the
was
game
not
against
good.
Gujarat, defended.
9 or 6.
But they were horrible. 10th wooden spooners, man. Come on.
First time it's happened.
So this year they were bad, and he performed best against them.
But he's been performing against them right from 2018.
Are we going to get
3
any star
centuries he's
appearances at the
hit against
finals?
Mumbai Indians only. Out of 4.
Question. Are there any stars? There's a closing ceremony planned for the.
Yeah, A.R. Rahman and Ranveer
Ranveer
Singh
Singh.
are
Yeah,
planned.
you know.
Ranveer Singh.
Yes, Ranveer and A.R. Rahman.
That's why
Yeah.
they're
They're pushing the time to 8 o'clock, no start time.
Yeah.
and that's why there's.
After 4 years, a closing ceremony is happening.
They felt to add, they needed to add some glitz and
Prime
glamour
Minister
to.
could be there, they were saying, but
I
still not confirmed.
I don't think so.
No, so what they were saying is that what I found out that they're not sure if he may just drop by because he's going to be in Gandhinagar at the same time. But they're not confirmed. But I think how I know is that they've got a lot of security plans in place in case last moment he decides.
Plans
to.
change.
If not, then he will not come.
So this year after years they're having a
Because it
ceremony.
is the final of an IPL at the Narendra
Narendra
Modi
Modi
Exactly.
Stadium.
At the
Yes.
Narendra Modi Stadium.
Has the Prime Minister ever been to Narendra Modi Stadium ever since, of course?
I don't think
The
so.
Trump, after the Trump.
After the Trump thing, no?
No, ever since it was named the Narendra Modi Stadium.
No, I don't.
Hadn't it been named when?
No, I think it
No.
got named when the first match was played over there.
Yeah.
That was when
not-
it was revealed.
Not
No,
during the
no.
Trump.
That time it was still called the Motera.
No, didn't he come for that India-England ping ball test?
They do a Trump for us. No?
Oh, I have a good Trump impression, okay.
However, if Trump was to talk about
You can close this,
RCB's loss,
Virat Kohli, my friend. It's quite okay that you lost. Sometimes I too lose, but I'm always winning. I always win, my friend. The stock the stock market is going right up, and you're going to win one day, bigly. And all those haters of yours, they're just going to have one word for them: sad. That's my Trump.
Vivekamundan.
Oh, that it happened in the Motera only,
yeah,
no?
that's why.
No, Suchin.
Suchin.
But the best joke I still maintain from that was Vaughan saying, please send him to Pakistan, make him say Fakar Zaman.
Ambod Shukla says Ponting compared to his achievement never peaked enough as his on-field EQ seemed monotonous. You need variations, hence VK value is growing.
Oh, that's an interesting point.
But also, I mean,
I think Aussies don't really chase the stardom that way.
And a different market, they'll never get as popular as.
It's a different market.
Yeah.
To be fair, most Australian players actually like coming to India for their advertisement this thing because
Brett Lee.
Brett Lee.
I wonder, are they, like these, I know that these Bollywood types and all, they have a full team that works on how to increase their brand. Like, so they say that everything is planned. Like, even controversies, their controversies are planned, their affairs are planted or planned.
Not affairs.
Sometimes,
Up
Now there are a lot of
No, the fallout from the affairs though can be planned.
For
Like
films, they force
around
sometimes.
promotions,
Yeah,
obviously,
so then that's planned.
rumors
So I
do happen, but not like.
No, so I'll
they
give an
cannot
example.
plan
No,
or
it's not
plan
planned, but
an
they'll
affair.
use it to their advantage.
They do. There's two stars in a film. They start spreading the rumor.
I'll give you the.
It may not be a real.
I'll give you the best
There's
example.
One gentleman who just come out and said right now that some actor, who's now no more a big star. I just read. He said that during some film promotion, he was forced by the producer to spread this rumor with that actress that they have an affair, and then papers would splash, and then they'll be spotted at different. They were not actually having it.
Wow. No, I'll give you the best example. You're talking about it can't be planned, correct?
So I'm saying, are cricketers also going that way? Is that
And what is the cricket and Bollywood connection? I mean,
that's always been there.
they attract cricketers attract Bollywood actors,
vice versa.
and vice versa. I mean,
And both are the two most glamorous things in this country. They sell.
but
From the
cricketers
time
are
of
not
Tiger
always
Patodi.
glamorous.
Patodi,
I mean, how? They're just very popular.
Yeah, that's
and so
why.
are others.
Compared to these two, no.
If you have to look at
cricketers, you
Bollywood cricketer couple, it's very few if you have to look at it.
But nowadays,
but
they
they offer
plenty
a lot
of.
of engagement.
Even previous also.
No. Official couples, but affairs have been allowed.
Affairs of
yeah.
but official couple Tiger Patodi and Sharmila Tagore.
Start. That's what I'm
That's the start. And that's it. Kohli and Anushka.
Hi, Yuvraj Singh married that girl.
Hazel Keech, but was
Hazel
Look at
was
Hardik.
Hardik and
Pandya.
Natasha, but big Bollywood stars I'm talking about.
When
come on,
Deepika
you
has
cannot
dated
from Bollywood.
small cricketer, big cricketer. You cannot.
cannot say that.
Big Bollywood, small.
Yuvraj,
Hazel
Deepika.
Keech, but okay.
No, but they Deepika, Kim Sharma. There were
Oh,
lots,
yes.
Yeah, I have a thing for gossip. There
And
you go.
Sunil Shetty's daughter is also.
Atiya, yes, KL Rahul.
Shetty is also
Soon to get
KL
married,
Rahul,
yeah.
Yes.
See, no,
Chode do.
Anna.
No, but we're talking about this linking thing. I'll give you the best example. Jay-Z and Beyonce. This entire thing came out, major scandal that Jay-Z had cheated on her.
Beyonce is now.
I know, I agree. Why would he cheat on Beyonce? What sort of a man must he be? Anyway,
exactly.
the point is
Who
that
ever
came
did
out. So, how did that come out? It came out via a song which she released. That led to Jay-Z releasing an entire album, basically atoning for his sin of cheating on her. Gets better. They then launched a joint album and sold out world tours. Look at that. That's manipulation of making the best of bad situations.
Sometimes they say that for branding, a lot of there are, whether they're cricketers, Bollywood stars, like they go on holidays, the way pictures or this, what do you call this? Public display of emotion.
PDA.
And, all of that is done on purpose, advised by brand managers to be done in a certain way, so that then you can get ads together.
And Virat Kohli and Anushka, ever since they've got married, their brand value as a couple has also.
That's exactly what Mirage Rules is saying.
Yep.
Let's be honest.
And
with
it goes both ways.
Exactly, it works.
Yeah,
both
of course.
I know people who don't care about cricket but love Virushka.
Virushka,
Yeah, but there's
yes.
nothing wrong in that.
Nothing wrong.
Our
Right.
couples coming
Right in
together.
coverage. Who covers Virushka? Entertainment?
Oh my god, so this is this is a real thing. So the organization we worked
Yeah.
when the entire wedding thing was happening, there were arguments happening between our sports editor and the entertainment editor, like who will cover what? Eventually, what is the compromise reached? If Anushka tweets something, you guys take it. If Kohli tweets something, we take it. Never mind if they tweet the same thing for dono le lenge. That is the arrangement that works. It was a horrible time.
Horrible, I'm telling
and
you.
you're having to do, I kid you not, live blog on a wedding which no one has any idea what's
But we
happening.
had sports reporters go for Dhoni's wedding.
And Dhoni's wedding was still different.
Nobody
This
knew
one was
nothing.
behind closed doors in Tuscany and we have to do something in Delhi.
And you did speculation. Now they're probably taking the Ferras.
Okay, fairas are happening. Instagram posts
No,
put
but then
out.
some videos leaked, so you got all
No,
that.
those didn't leak. Those were 100% controlled by them.
Controlled.
Yeah,
It
not
never leaked.
Not a chance it leaked.
Whatever, but it came out is what I'm saying.
It came out because they wanted it. Simple. It's like that one. What is the thing that really confirmed their wedding? When they tweeted that same picture. That was what did it, no? And
You
then
guys really worked on this story. Now
we
I'm
did,
thinking,
unfortunately.
do all the research and
Yeah, it was my first year in the industry, by the way. Imagine.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And imagine
Baptism
we had to be
by
up for we had to be up till 1 or 2 o'clock to even figure out. Oh, they have gotten married. Okay, put it out. I mean, yeah. I was wondering whether we'll also have to do the next step or what. I was dreading that. Please don't ask us to do that.
What would be the next step?
No, I can't say it out.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, thanks.
know that.
Can't go there.
Let's not go there.
Yes,
No.
please.
Okay, come down.
Oh,
Any
man.
fresh questions or we can wrap up?
Yeah, because
Too much fun has been had.
Still some work to be done.
Oh yes, exactly. We have to do some work.
Ambuj Shukla. Every World Cup to World Cup period brings changes. My brand analysis here, my brand analysis says Virat as batsman will start scoring from 2023 World Cup. This 2019 to 23 period
Needed for
Was
Virat.
needed for-
I don't think he planned
As much as I like your analysis about how this may have helped brand Virat, which I think is true, maybe this dip in form, but I don't think this is planned.
No,
I don't think
no,
he
sir.
planned a dip in
Oh,
form
man.
and now
That can
decided
never
that
happen.
2023, now is my time, my brand value has reached the top and I start scoring. That's pushing it.
Really, really.
I think so. Anyone else who disagrees
No,
or has
no.
another counterpoint?
Wholeheartedly
with that.
agree.
Yeah.
Can't agree with that at all.
Do you think RCB is a South African team?
Well,
Abhishek,
I mean-
goodness wants to know.
Oh,
I mean, he
I've
was
been
captained by.
No, even before. Who headed RCB? Rage Innings. He was the coach. He was South African.
Who's the star player?
Yeah.
AB.
AB.
Yes.
And who's the captain for? A South African
So
connection you have.
basically you
Oh,
have to
we haven't
get out
still
of South
finished.
Africa to
Is Hardik the new contender for T20 captaincy in absence of Rohit in place of Rahul? He could be.
He could.
Could be.
Nobody is number 2 right now. His number 1 is Rohit. Number 2, the fight is still on, and I think Hardik is emerging as
Maybe
that
he
candidate.
could be in the 2024 cycle onwards. Hardik, he has got age on the side.
23.
After 2023, the World Cup.
Mehraj rule says Nikhil हमको आपकी टीम
Virat's
पे
brand.
नाज है. Good night. But team ये team I'm guessing,
Yeah.
not team blue.
This team.
Because
We were
your-
bad.
Are team blue? We are still good. Yeah, 2-2.
And he's
yeah,
saying
yeah.
good night.
It's not 4-0.
Ikpreet Singh looking forward to match number 5, red versus blue. We'll let you know when that happens. Toss is going to be absolutely crucial on Sunday, Nofel Zach says. But why so much crucial? Today,
We saw the pitch stayed pretty even.
yeah,
There was
I
no
think
real
the
change.
batting was-
no due.
Yeah.
So
okay then, too long. We'll take your leave.
Chalo.
Lots of work to finish.
Yes.
But thank you so much for your kind company. Just a reminder, tomorrow, though we'll be on in the evening at 7 or whatever time that we'll do our usual dugout chatting about cricket. We'll also be live from 12:30 at night till 2:30 in the morning. This only is for us. Aditi is not here. She's partying on Saturday. She's already mentioned. We'll be here at work. Doing a watch
we'll
along
be doing
for
watch
champions.
party.
Watch
not-
party.
Yeah.
With chips and soft drinks. Watching
Real
Liverpool
Madrid
and
versus-
Let's get
Real
Fafra,
Madrid.
yaar.
Fafra.
Let's
Let's get Fafra. Watching it, we'll
Yeah.
have a representative join us live from Paris, and we'll get him also to share the atmosphere there, the Liverpool fans, what they're up to. So join us for that tomorrow. Till then, Ricky Patel says bye.
Vanakkam.
Adios amigos
Labrami
says
says adios.
Labrami.